Hey, good morning. I think I got everything going on now. So, my name is Michael Holmes. I don't know if everybody is tuning in or if we are jumping in. I don't know what's going on, but it's Monday morning. And once again, this is real, right? What we're doing today, we're going to talk about the 12 most biggest. I know that's crazy to use those terms together, most biggest, but we're going to talk about the 12 most biggest keys to confidence building. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going over in the next 12 episodes. We're going to be talking about the Big 12, my personal confidence building principles for achieving total success, right? So once it was told to me, once somebody says, hey, if you want to hide something, put it in a book, right? And also, too, guys, it's everything's already written. If you want to be rich, if you want to be, as I said, wealthy, healthy, skinny, right? Whatever that is that you want to do, somebody has written a book about it. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into Jesse Duplantis' book today, and we're going to go with that over the next, I'm not sure how many times, but we're going to be doing 12 episodes. I'm not sure if I'm going to do daily episodes or every other day. I'm not quite sure, but tune in. There are going to be 12 of these that we're going to be going in. So if you're out there, go get it, right? This was gifted to me by my mentor, Terrence Hill. And this is something that has been really giving me a good boost, right? Because that's what it is. It's confidence boosters, right? So that's what we want to jump in today, right? Nothing to the effect of what's going on, because that's why I got a hat. That's why I got a hard hat on, because you got to be shielded from the things that are coming in around you, right? So you got to have something to make sure that what is going in and out, right? It's got to be protected. So what we want to do is we're going to jump into that today. And the first one about this, let's look at it. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Jesse Duplantis, but Jesse is great. I don't even want to say, I don't know, because everybody has their opinions, but this is a great book. All right. He's a preacher that has written this book, and I think he's out of Texas or somewhere like that, Louisiana. Okay. So he's out of Louisiana. So what we're doing is, what we want to do is we always want to grab hold of, in Real University, we have what we call an hour of power, right? And this is our purpose. So I tell everybody, hey, just take yourself an hour out of your day. You want to have 20 minutes of personal development, reading 20 pages of a good book, right? Let's say 10 minutes, rather, whatever it is that you have time for. But we're talking about 20 minutes of a good book or 20 minutes of audio, okay? And that's going to be your personal development. That's what's going to, insulate you from the things of the world. That's what's going to give you the hard hat, right? So, and also what we do is we talk about continuing education. So what it is that you're focused on, what is that your purpose that you're going after? You also want to spend 20 minutes going after that. That's your continuing education. That's how you're going to sharpen that saw, right? Because it's no good. I know I heard a story one time. Somebody says, hey, if you're going to chop down a tree and and what's the best way? The guy says, hey, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend majority of my time sharpening the axe, okay, to make sure that I have the great instrument. And so that's what you want to do. Personal development, continuing education is sharpening that axe. Okay. So it's making sure that you have the right material inside and you have the right material coming out of you. So you're producing the external you that you're wanting, the real you. Okay. Because you have a vision that's within you, but the vision can't manifest because you have all of these things that are inundating you, the COVID crap, right? The oppression, the systematic abuse, and all these types of things that's happening in the world. We have these things that is causing us not to have the right type of vibration, so that what we speak is not full of power, because we have not put anything within us. So when we say that, hey, we are speaking positive words, people say, hey, speaking positive doesn't work. That's because you do it as a try instead of doing it as a lifestyle. Okay. So that's what we want to do. We want to go into and we want to look at it as a lifestyle to be able to change the things around us. Because the biggest thing about people that want to tune in, they want to look at the different things that will give me something, right? A tool, give me this thing, right? Let me go over to maybe Clubhouse. Maybe that'll do it for me. Maybe there's a different way of doing different social media. No, what it is it's what starts within you that helps you to become better. Then you are able to use the tools, right? Just think about it. If you have a great hammer, you have the best possible hammer. It can do anything and everything, right? But at the same time, you don't have any arms. What good is the hammer? Okay. So that's what we want to do. No matter what you are given as tools, no matter the shiny object that we pick up to try to make things better, until we get arms, until we become from the inside out, until we become prepared, that's when we'll be able to do the things that we want to do to pursue our own purpose. Okay. So the Big 12, and the first one that we want to talk about is the first principle here, and it is simply know what you want, right? Be clear, shape your own destiny. Okay. And so what does that mean, right? Hey, it says that, hey, anybody that has a clear focus, what is it that is written? Write the vision, make it plain so that those that read it can run with it. Okay. So how is your vision? Is it written somewhere? Is it clear? If I say, hey, where are you going to be in the next 60 to 90 days? What is your projection? What is it for the next year? What is it for the next 3 years? Right. So when we start on something, the biggest thing is we don't have the vision in place. So when things come and it hits us hard, COVID comes, but I just started my business, right? So and it just knocks me backwards. Does that mean that your vision is no longer valid? Of course not. Okay. So keep the vision clear so that anybody that is around you, they know exactly what you're doing. What is it that you're preparing to do, right? So that's what people follow. They see, well, you're going somewhere, right? No matter what it is. That's why, it's a sad thing, but that's why these people that have cults, right? They can drive people to do anything for them because they are giving them a vision to follow. And most times people don't have that particular vision that they need to follow. So as it says, hey, know what you want and make sure that your destiny is clear. And that doesn't mean that the things that are coming in your way are completely negative. It could mean that, hey, I designed myself to be the best real estate professional I can be. So therefore, I have to come across betrayal or bad business deals because of coming in from other individuals, or I have to go through loss, right? Or I have to go through a bad economy, or I have to go through COVID to make myself prepare for the next journey. Because this life that we're living is not like it's going to stop. Right when we transition, it's actually going to go forward. So you have to get within you that's what you're needing. This right here is your proving grounds. This is where you're practicing, and how you're going to get to the next level in life, no matter what that level is. If it's the next 30 days, if it's, hey, I'm selling sandwiches from my house, if it's, hey, I want to build a solar farm, if it's, I want to flip houses, if I want to build music, right? You still have to do the following things. There are principles in place. Just like if you're trying to fly a plane, right? There's a law of gravity. But there's also a law of lift, right? That supersedes the law of gravity. But you have to put that in place. You can't just jump off the building and not know the law of lift and not have the things prepared to use the law of lift to overcome the gravity, right? You have to have the tools in place. And so many of us are trying to make our destiny clear without having the inward parts already prepared for us. We want to grab hold of different things and we want to build a Frankenstein's monster, right? By taking this piece, that piece, right? And then we have something and then it falls apart and we don't know what we built. We don't know what we have put together. That's why I'm coming with 12 steps. That's why we teach frameworks so that you'll know exactly where you are in the process. So as we are leading, as we are guiding, our goal, if you bump into any one of us that is like a MyEcon associate, not like a MyEcon associate, but a MyEcon associate, our goal, because we're chasing after our own purpose and we reach back, each one to teach one, to help somebody else to come up, right? We are the anti-grooves. It's like we're not trying to shape and form so that you can follow us. We want you to follow principles that's going to get you out of your way so that you can follow something that says, hey, I used to have training wheels on, but now I notice that my training wheels are no longer hitting the floor on the ground. So I can take those off because I'm using the principles. I now have the belief, right? And so now I can exhibit the faith to get to where I want to go. But first you have to go through the steps. Okay. So that's why it says here, that you have to make it clear of where you're going, right? And see, the other part is you got to refuse distraction, right? Can you see that? That's refuse distraction, right? And what does that mean to refuse distraction? That's got to be like actively going towards you and said, hey, that game that's coming on, that's great, but I can catch the updates because I got a couple of things to do, right? And so I got a call to get on. I got a CEO call to get on. I got to go and make sure I'm prepared for the next day. I got to make sure that the plates are ready. I got to make sure that the my financial education is in place. I got to make sure that the cars are washed. Whatever it is that you're preparing yourself to be, you know what I'm saying? You got to refuse distraction. You got to make sure that the distraction doesn't come in between you and your goal, no matter what that distraction is, right? And you can be polite about it, but you got to say, hey, I do not have time for that you're talking about right now. I do not have time for that person, place, or thing that is obstacles to my destiny, right? So no matter what that is, it could be say, hey, I want to lose weight. So that means that the preparation, getting your meals together, right? Getting your thoughts together to get the meals together, right? To actually finish the process, okay? So as you're going through that process, you have the discipline, and the discipline creates the habits. The habits creates the character. The character will then create your lifestyle. And in between that, you're going to have ups, downs, lefts, rights. But what you got to do is surround yourself with a group of individuals that are going in the same direction that you're going, so that you can know that the habits that you're performing, that you're habit forming, right, that they're the right kind for where you're going. How do you know that? If you're trying to be the best that you can be, whatever that is, you need to have others that you're following that's doing the best that they can be, that are willing to go back and help you, right? And see, that's the times that we're helping. You know, that's the times we feel most successful, okay? And no matter what you're doing, you can't be a success if you don't have a successor, okay? And when you're ending your life, you want to make sure that you've had that success, right? That success is not going to be measured by the bank account, even though a lot of people looking on the outside in would say, yes, you've been successful because you're making a lot of money, right? But the success comes from the fruit of helping other people. And that's where it comes from. That's where the money will come from, is actually helping other people. That's why we do so many different things of gifting others, to say, hey, you have different types of levels of help that where you are, because you may need a 2% of help because you're 98% there, right? Somebody may need 98% because they're only 2% started, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to get 100% there and then tell them that, hey, nah, you got to get it on your own. Or you're going to reach back into your own community and you're going to say, hey, I'm going to help you to get there, without taking away the time, the effort from going on to your purpose. All you have to do is introduce them to a system, a framework. That's why we read. That's why we continue with our education. And that's why we do income producing activities. And that's what rounds out as I end this. And you can tune in for the part 2. And part 2 is going to be principle 2. And that is, use those lonely wilderness times to get clearer focus on your calling and goals. You see, use those lonely wilderness times to get clearer focus on your calling and goals. Okay. So if you are, you want to subscribe, reach out to www.purposepursuer.com, and you can actually go there and see more that we have to offer: personal development, income producing activities. The biggest thing we focus on is financial education, making sure that you understand the 3 tenets, the 3 strategies of wealth, so that you can achieve your individual purpose, no matter what that is. Our focus is cash flow management, showing you how to budget, showing you how to get increase in cash flow, not just running after a hustle and income, quote unquote, but how to increase cash flow by stopping the things that are killing your cash flow, right? And then we focus on business income. Why? Not just because we're creating income, but business income is taxed less than your W-2 job, okay? Because we have to do things that create cash flow and reducing reducing taxes is one of the first things that you got to do, right? Then the other thing we go into is income investments, or investment income rather, okay? So that you can have your money making money. That process is simply called cash asset cash, okay? And so without that understanding of principles, right, then you don't have the framework to operate. Then you have to do guesswork. So reach out to us. Reach out, hit us at the DM, right? Somebody sharing this with you, or if you're watching this on my page or on YouTube, just simply, leave a message, and you can actually text me at 805-387-3639. And it's 805-387-3639, and say, hey, I am ready, right? And I want to learn more. Whatever you want to put in there, because it's going to be me that's going to answer, not just a respondent, okay? Check us out. You want to see a good 4-minute video on what we do and why it is that we're so passionate? It's www.incomeshifting.com. All right. So guys, this is what it is. This is Michael Holmes, and this is the Real University. And REAL simply stands for Renewing Excellence and Advancing Leadership. And I'm always here to help. We have a process to where we will give first and foremost. And then if you can get acclimated, and you can get an understanding of the things that's going to help you financially get to your purpose, then you can actually take advantage of the tools, and you can see how much of the value that you have there. Okay. So guys, get in touch with your purpose and get out of your comfort zone. And I see you on that other side, because this side is too easy. So peace.